this can happen again. And she's still my kid. I love her.
So what'd you sue her for?
Because I want my money.
Just a second.
And that money was like a side account that my husband didn't know about.
Just a second.
And I had to tell him because the money disappeared. And so, you have emergency accounts for yourself on the side. Yes, you do. You do. Not you, I'm just saying.
I have a big emergency account. It's all mine. She let you stay at her house.
Just until I found a place. It was never permanent.
She stayed 8 weeks, didn't pay rent, didn't clean, but had time to date my dad.
Your father.
We connected. It's not a crime.
No, but it's a level of nasty the law doesn't cover.
She called him sir when I wasn't home. I have the Ring camera audio.
You entered as a guest. You left as a stepmother application.
It just happened.
To a toothbrush or to a steak dinner with a 61-year-old.
She wore my robe. At breakfast, he made her eggs.
You didn't need housing. You needed boundaries. Judgment for the plaintiff. Let's try to be truthful with each other so that I don't get frustrated. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right? So she moved in with you, with her son. 2 people. At the same time you moved in, he got annoyed, said, I want you to pay rent because you're in violation of your lease. And you understood that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you can sit. Because whether or not you have any sort of case, that's totally up to you. But if you think that I'm stupid, I resent it. Do you have a driver's license?
It's suspended.
Did you have a good license on that day that you drove the car?
I did not.
Why was it suspended?
I have unpaid parking tickets, and I failed to appear court.
On whose car?
I'm sorry?
On which car did you have unpaid parking tickets?
Before I was be able to drive.
What?
Yeah, I had a license before when I was driving.
I asked you, on what car did you have parking tickets?
On my mom's car.
That's a lie. They wouldn't suspend your license if you had parking tickets on your mother's car.
Yeah, because I failed to appear court.
What difference does it make? They were parking tickets. It goes to the car, not to the driver.
Well, that's
Nah.
what it is.
If it's your mother's car, that's not why your license was suspended, for parking tickets. Do you not understand what I'm saying to you?
No, I do understand.
Well, then give me an answer that I understand.
That was the answer.
Well, it's an impossible answer. A police officer comes up to a car, he looks at the license number of the car that's parked in the wrong place, he leaves a citation on the car, and the car is registered in the name of, what's your mother's first name?
Veronica.
Veronica. Why would they suspend your license if Veronica's car got tickets?
Because I was the one driving it.
You weren't driving. You said they were parking tickets.
Well, they're unpaid parking tickets.
What difference does it make? You mean your mother snitched you out and said my daughter was driving the car?
No.
Well, how did that happen, Miss Salazar? Come on, this is not going to go away.
I don't know. It's just that's how I got my license suspended.
You got your license suspended for moving violations.
Yeah.
Other than Kiana, who were you? Other than Kiana, who were you with?
Another girl that Kiana knew, but I didn't know her.
You didn't know her?
Yes.
And you didn't ask her name?
No.
Were you in a car? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh is not an answer.
Yes.
And whose car was it?
It was Kiana's car.
It was Kiana's car. It's not going to get easier. Actually, it's not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. Don't you watch this program? You're old enough to have watched it for 10 years. You're old enough to have watched it for 10 years. So did you think it was going to be easy? You think you were going to come here and smile pretty? And knowing my mind and knowing your mind, do you really think that you were going to get over on me, this thing?
No.
You're just the kind of guy that doesn't pick up after their dog. That's why he's been taking pictures of people, because it's annoying to him, because his house is right around there. Clearly, his house is much closer to this area than your house. Would that be a fair statement?
That's correct.
Okay, so you have to walk to that area. He lives there. Mm-hmm. It has been frustrating for him that slobs like you don't pick up after their large dogs. Let me tell you something, Nicholas.
Yes, ma'am.
10 minutes ago, you said to me you haven't worked in 2 years because you're waiting for shoulder surgery on both of your shoulders.
Yes.
Now you're telling me that you needed an awful lot of strength to pull this window down. You were the one who pulled the window down, and you do all the maintenance around the house.
Yeah, lightly.
You want to tell me why you can't work?
I mean, honestly, I have...
No, I want you to be dishonest with me.
No.
I want you to look at this face, and I want you to be dishonest with me. You said in your answer that he sent you weird, if my memory is correct, videos.
He sent...
I want to see them.
I don't have the same cell phone that I
Oh,
used to.
my
So
goodness, how
my
did
cell
I
phone
know
broke
that?
and this is a new one?
How did I know that? You have a new phone. Your phone fell in the toilet.
No,
how did I
it just
know that?
broke, actually.
How
But
did-
he sent me over 20 videos of him singing and playing guitar of himself. He also showed up at my house where I've made it verbally clear that he was not allowed at my house.
Show me the video. Show me the video, the weird video. You said you complained to his boss that he was stalking you and that he was sending you weird videos. And I said to you, show them to me. And you're telling me that you can't.
I don't have them in my possession because he made me uncomfortable, so I had no reason to keep any evidence of him in my life. I wanted him deleted. He made me uncomfortable. I know that he sent me strange videos of him singing. I'm sorry I don't have them to show you.
I'm here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time. Bird is here waiting for you because you couldn't get here on time today. Most important, the lady that you stiffed on the car that you didn't know was here at 1:15, the same time you were supposed to be here. Do you understand? That is disrespectful. Stop tapping. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful of other people's time when you're late. You see all these people sitting in the gallery? They could have been home 40 minutes ago. If it wasn't for you, I could have been home 40 minutes ago and been on the treadmill if it wasn't for you.
So let me get this straight. You cried to a stranger online, told him you were stranded, and poof, he sends you money for a ticket, and now you're here acting like you owe him nothing? That's rich.
It wasn't like that. I was going to an event for my daughter. I didn't even ask him directly. He offered.
Oh, please. You laid the guilt trip, you cried, and you let him feel like your hero. You didn't ask. You finessed him.
She said she liked me, then I found her dating profile still up the next day.
Of course it was. You were just the warm-up act. She left the door open, just in case a richer, taller, better offer came along.
I mean, I didn't think we were exclusive. I just wasn't ready to delete it yet.
No. You weren't ready to commit, but you were ready to collect.
I didn't think he'd take it that seriously. We only met once. I just needed help, that's all.
I wasn't looking for a refund, I was looking for honesty, but she played me like I was just another desperate guy with a credit card.
That's not dating. That's emotional shoplifting. Case dismissed.
I wish, Vanessa, that you could take yourself out of your 17-year-old body and make yourself 40. For a minute. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because he knows, if he's smart, how easy it is to throw away your life when you're 17 and to make a mistake when you're 17 and you can't recoup. The woman or the girl who had your boyfriend's 6-month-old baby is never going to be able to recoup her life. Don't you understand? If he liked him, he liked him. Then he found out he was your boyfriend and he's got a 6-month-old baby. You think that there's something wrong with your father for being angry at that and for saying to you, listen, babe, I'm going to do whatever I can to see to it that you don't ruin your life.
You're getting yourself into such trouble, Miss Crum. You have no idea how much trouble you're getting yourself into.
I would also like to point out, Your Honor, that Mr. Doss never opened his store. He's running it illegally out of his home while collecting welfare. When we went to the store just prior to leaving Buffalo that night, I specifically asked him if he had his gas money. He told me he did. He did not tell me that he did not have any gas money until about 4 hours into the trip.
Who paid for the food? Who paid
I apologize.
Who paid for the food? I'm not following that.
I don't know how you don't follow, Your Honor, because...
Very easy. You say, I'm going to use my $600.
My
and I'm going to
$600
give it
plus the XYZ amount from him.
What? Now let's go to what XYZ amount is. What's the XYZ amount?
$350.
Okay, so $350 and $450, so you owe him $800.
I don't
Could
owe
be
him
mo-
anything.
Well, so let me ask you this. Now he says, can I have the evidence back, please? Now he says, I want my money?
Because he got mad that I would not go out of town with him. Like, I don't go out of town with men. I don't go out of town.
Then you don't be stupid and take money from them. Then you don't be stupid and play.
Well, that's why I was going to give him the money. I'm not playing victim, Your Honor.
Then you don't play
I was going to
victim.
give him my money so that he would not have to give me money. I don't know what's hard to comprehend.
Either that or
Two.
I was tired when that text was sent.
What?
I was tired. I meant to say the bike was either crashed.
No, that's not what it said. Don't be mad. I crashed the bike.
What time were those texts sent? Just curious.
2:12 in the morning.
Yeah, I was tired.
You said you went home 9 o'clock.
No, that's when I was trying to leave originally. And I don't know all the exact times. It's been a couple months.
You see how I just neutered you from when you started?
I understand.
Do you understand? Do you understand what that means?
I understand, yeah.
Do you understand what that means? When did you start paying her back the $5,300?
When did I stop paying it back?
When did you start paying her back the $5,300?
I didn't.
Why?
Because we wrote a contract stating that I have no strings attached to the truck and that I'm the sole owner of it.
I mean, are you both grifters? What are you? She's an 18-year-old girl. She got a settlement. You saw a little money. You wanted a big red truck. You're not 4 years old. You're not 4. Shiny, shiny, shiny red truck. Is that what you raised? What?
He's a good kid.
Not the way he's responding to me. He's not a good kid. You just said approximately.
I apologize, Judge Judy.
Do you know how much?
She would tell me.
You don't Listen to me. I tried to get my husband to say this all the time, these 3 words. We've been together 44 years.
Yes, ma'am.
I still, he can recite the DNA code, but he can't say 3 words. You know what the 3 words are?
I don't know.
That's right.
I've watched you all your life. I've watched
That's
you.
right.
I've watched you.
Doesn't know.
Yes, ma'am.
It must be something in the male DNA gene. They'll make up a number, they'll make up a figure, they'll make up but they can't use those 3 words. Somehow it's emasculating when you say, I don't know. How many miles is it from here to Pluto? 4,968 approximately. I don't know is the answer. Listen to me.
Yes.
I don't like you even more.
Your Honor, join the club.
So that what I'm telling you is, and I see a lot of unlikable people every day for 50 years. I don't think I've said that more than 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
That I really don't like you. And I suggest that that's important to you, sir. Because if you want to be a motivational speaker,
which I am,
the first thing that you have to do is have people like you. Because if people don't like you, they're not going to be motivated by whatever it is that you're selling.
Oh, interesting, because I have thousands of people that hear my voice every single day.
It's as okay for him not to pay for the damage as it is for you to drive your car and lend it to other people without insurance. Because if instead of hitting a pole, he hit 2 children and caused injury and you have no insurance.
Your Honor, because like I said, I thought he had insurance and his insurance would cover. And he has a promissory note that him and his girlfriend drove saying that they drove my car. And what about him spray painting it?
Bye. You want to drive a car without insurance?
So you didn't drive my car?
I'm telling you right now.
So you didn't drive my car?
Listen to me very carefully.
Did you drive my car? You're lying under oath.
Just a second. I don't care whether he drove it or not. Did you drive my
car?
She doesn't understand, Bert. Right. She doesn't understand. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to sit here. We're going to cut off her mic, and I'm going to say right into the camera, when you come to court, you have to have clean hands. You're supposed to have insurance. Perfect. Thank you. Mr. Musk is suing Mr. Trump for launching a rocket without your permission.
Yes, Your Honor. He used a modified Tesla Roadster as the rocket base without consulting me. It had cup holders and golf clubs in it.
Fake news. That rocket was HEG. I call it the Trump Shuttle 2.0, the best rocket. People are saying it was better than SpaceX, much better.
Mr. Trump, did you or did you not launch a homemade rocket from Mar-a-Lago?
I call it innovation. I used to launch YouTube videos for inspiration, big difference.
He strapped gold eagles on the wings and played YMCA on launch. It crash-landed in a golf course in Texas.
You launched a golf cart rocket into a golf course. You trying to break space or your own clubs?
It was a beautiful disaster, like the moon landing if it had confetti.
Mr. Trump, unless you plan to launch your ego into orbit, I suggest you stop stealing other people's tech.
Maybe I'll build my own space company, Trump.
That name is already taken by me.
Case closed, Mr. Trump. Stay on Earth. And Mr. Musk, next time, S-word, protect your rockets.